What's going on, vibers? It's your boy J.S. Vaughn. And guess what, y'all? We back with another one. Today's track is called 200 Bars of Power, you know what I mean? And it's by your boy Lowkey, you know? So let's jump right into it, fam. I think this is going to be a long video, so buckle up your seatbelts. Let's go.
Live tracks.
200 bars, SPTV, exclusive. Listen. Guess who's back from the land of the nomads, land of the scallywags, land of the toe racks, land where they don't Snapchat and
I just love the word scallywag. I don't know, man. It's just something about that word, man. It's just like disrespectful. I don't want to scallywags.
who's back from the land of the nomads, land of the scallywags, land of the toe racks, land where they don't Snapchat and they don't dab. We were fractured to fragments, it's so sad. Guess who's back from the land of the nomads, land of the scallywags, land of the toe racks, land where they don't Snapchat and they don't dab. We were fractured to fragments, it's so sad. We were captured as chapters in notepads, where the have-lots rob from the don't haves, where the caps locks lost in a phone tap, emojis minus emotion and vocab. 7
Emojis minus emotions and vocab. Jazz bars, man.
rob from the don't haves, where the caps locks lost in a phone tap, emojis minus emotion and vocab. 7 years past, let me barge you for part 2. Never let them tell you what you can and you can't do. They don't know where you stand.
I like that, man. 7 years past. Let me phrase you for
part 2. Never let them tell you what you can and you can't do. Emotion and vocab. 7 years past, let me barge you for part 2. Never let them.
Let me brace you for part 2. Let me praise you for part 2. Yeah. Never let them tell you what you can't do. What you can or you can't do. That's a fact, man. Let's go. I like
Phone
that.
tap emojis minus emotion and vocab. 7 years past, let me barge you for part 2. Never let them tell you what you can and you can't do. They don't know where you stand cause they aren't you. Love yourself to the core even when it's hard to cry no more.
Love yourself to the core. I love that. Love yourself to the core even when it's hard to. You know what I mean? And that's what I keep on saying, man. Like on some, I say this a lot, yo. Self-love is a first type of love you have to have. You know what I mean? If you don't have self-love, you don't have love. You can't love anybody at all. You know what I mean? You have to love yourself first and then work outwards and whatnot. You know what I mean? So I like when he said that, man. You know what I mean? Love yourself to the core, even when it's hard to. You know what I mean? You gotta love yourself to the deepest corner of yourself and whatnot, even though you know that is very hard to do and whatnot. That's a fact.
Can't do. They don't know where you stand cause they aren't you. Love yourself to the core even when it's hard to cry no more. Shout and sing. Violence to silence the loudest thing. They don't know about the power the Shaolin brings. Place a rock for a mountain that outlives him like Malcolm did. We are out of sync and out of time by the sound of things. Arms long like Dowson is how to win. Best murder machine gets crowned the king.
Best murder machine that gets crowned a king. That's boss. Best murder machine get crowned as a king. You know what I mean? Because war is a freaking revolving cycle, son. Let's go.
And by the sound of things, arms long like Dowson is how to win. Best murder machine gets crowned the king. But what about the voices that can't be heard? Breast barons, witch hunt like McCarthy purge. You're lying to yourself, the past seems worse. Cause I can get dark, more dark than a dark more. I can get dark like a dark night and dark more dark like dark 4 at 4:30 a.m. So why you dummies getting dark for? Not shy to defend it, don't try to prevent this. A mind is tremendous as Einstein or Midas. I meant this, I rise.
He said, my mind is tremendous as Einstein or Midas. I meant this. You know, oh man.
For not shy to defend it, don't try to prevent this. A mind is tremendous as Einstein or Midas. I meant this, I rise from the trenches like Vikings. I'm fighting for my independence. My rhymes.
Ooh, I rise from the trenches like Vikings. I'm fighting for my independence. My rhymes are relentless. Come on, man, let's go.
This is Einstein or Midas. I meant this, I rise from the trenches like Vikings. I'm fighting for my independence. My rhymes are relentless. Like a right to your dentures. Your rhymes are as violent as
like
fencing.
a right to your dentures. Hold up, man. He said My rhymes are relentless like a right to your dentures. My rhymes are so violent as fences. Come on, man.
Right to your dentures, your rhymes are as violent as fencing. My rhymes are offensive
Oh,
as
oh,
violent
oh,
as
oh, oh. Okay, my bad. He said, he said. Okay, yeah. Your rhymes are as violent as fences. My rhymes are offensive as violence. In I gotta go down, man.
like a right to your dentures, your rhymes are as violent as fencing. My rhymes are offensive as violent as Genghis through pride and resentment. Misers cry to lament this. How foul could your mouth be? How could you doubt me? That's random, like a row with a Mountie. Or an Lowkey driving his Audi to Saudi. Or Bush and Blair making rap albums about peace. You ready for the rumble, headed for a tumble. Definitely better any veteran among you. They should have told you if anybody loves you, a level of relevance.
Do you hear that beat, yo? That beat is sick too. That dong, 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 spooky.
Tumble, definitely better any veteran among you. They should have told you if anybody loves you, a level of relevance you will never get above to. I murk it with ease, burn it indeed.
I murk it with ease.
Like the birds and the bees, they want food for thought. I will serve them a feast, not commercial. Believe that I nurture the niche. Much love to those doing reaction vids. Rap kids act big, but
Much love to those doing reaction vids, man. Yo, man, I try my best, man. I try my best, man. Thanks for the shouts, man. Thanks for the shouts, man. I feel it, man. I feel it, you know? If it wasn't for rappers like you, man, I wouldn't be doing reaction vids, you know what I mean?
commercial, believe that I nurture the niche. Much love to those doing reaction vids. Rap kids act big, but a tactic list better off practicing mad backflips with a bad slip disc and fractured wrist to master this. Know what the answer is? Who's got bars that carve to the heart of this?
He said, "Who who? What is it? What is it? The master did now what? What? What the answer is? Who got bars that curves to the heart of this? You know what I mean? Now you see, that's what it is, man. The bars have to be as potent to curve you, to touch you in your heart. You know what I mean?
To master this, know what the answer is? Who's got bars that carve to the heart of this? Regardless, I blame SP for starting this. What's fire in the brew to an arsonist? Guys, don't make me.
What's fire in the boot to an arsonist? Bars, man. Let's go.
This. Regardless, I blame SP for starting this.
What's fire in the booth
to
with
an
arsonist?
Guys, don't make me rap. Guys, don't make me rap. Guys, don't make me rap. Might go crazy. I was fire in the boot to a pyromaniac. Please, bro, he don't need no heat though. Was fire in the boot to the Dragon Ricky Steamboat. 7 years out, never.
I was about to say something, but I was about to say he freestyling, but he got a phone in front of his face, so that's not a free.
Please, bro, he don't need no heat though. Was fire in the boot to the Dragon Ricky Steamboat. 7 years out, never feared out. Any peers proud, whatever the weather, better clear out. You're a mere mouse, I'm here now to tear down what you care about. Man's clout can never compare now. Back worse than ever before. Rebel with a cause you could never ignore. If anyone thought I never did it with metaphors that were better than yours, I rendered the sentiment several with swords and dead on the floors. Let them have a bite, but that was bad advice if you fraternize. Know what man I like when I'm man a mic. About as bad as balance like when he's banning guys. Had enough of savage lies getting sanitized. Asinine pantomimes got you paralyzed. Got a panoramic mind when I strategize. Agonize, analyze for a spat of rhyme. Merciless mystic birth as a misfit journalistic gift with the verbalist instinct. They heard that I did this. Cursed as an infant but burst with a verse like the first in existence. Billionaires, they don't want Corbyn in. We nearly are there. Hit him with a 4-kick spin. They're silly and scared running on the floor.
Yo, he just blacked out there, son. I know he reading his bars, but the way that he delivering that shit, he just blacked the fuck out, yo. Like, damn, son.
They don't want Corbyn in, we nearly are there. Hit him with a 4-kick spin, they're silly and scared, running on a forfeit ting. Hearing impaired, thinking I'm a Nordic king. We fought the cowards of corporate towers, trying to force them out the corridors of power. And the tastemakers were sort of sour. Vultures circle, leave your corpse devoured. But I'm back now.
Woo.
Let's keep going.
Woo.
Give me the next one. 50 down.
He said 50 down.
150 bars.
150.
The redistribution of power. Exclusive. Listen. Power to those that read bell hooks, power to those that sell books, power to those who know how the inside of a cell looks. All those feeling helpless, forgotten or discarded. Power to the strange fruit they thought was rotten in the garden. Power to those sitting alone, seeking solace in the calmness. Power to those feeling stained, know your tomorrow isn't tarnished. Power to those that sweep the streets with more knowledge than PhDs. Power to
I like that, man. I like that. Power to those who sweep the street with more with more knowledge than PhDs and shit. You know what I mean? It brings you back to the general look at things. Just because you see somebody doing something that's beneath what you would do and whatnot, that don't mean that you got the same amount of intelligence at that person. You know what I mean? That person might be more gifted in so many different ways than you and shit. You know what I mean? So never look down at a motherfucker that's doing a job lesser than you. You know?
know your tomorrow isn't tarnished. Power to those that sweep the streets with more knowledge than PhDs. Power to those that keep their keys, return as promised, please believe. Power to those that suffer in silence, those it hurts to hear. Power to those that hold their ground, power to those that persevere. Power to those that love humanity more than they love style. Power to immigrants.
I like that, man. Power to those who love humanity. Power to those that love humanity more than they love style. You know what I mean? And that's a fact, man. If you love style more than humanity, then you know what I mean. You might as well just jump in your casket and bury yourself and shit, cause it don't make no sense. You know what I mean? Without humanity, there'll be no fashion or style and shit. That's basically it.
To those that persevere, power to those that love humanity more than they love style. Power to immigrants, probably raising Donald Trump's child. Power to the
He said power to immigrants, probably raising Donald Trump's child. Wow.
more than they love style. Power to immigrants, probably raising Donald Trump's child. Power to the blind who can't imagine what sight is. Power to those staring at the moon and all those working night shifts. Power to the readers, the writers, the illiterate. Power to those that struggle to decolonize their syllabus. Power to the shy ones who always struggle to make friends in the heart.
I like that, man. You see, he bringing truth to life, man. The unheard people. Power to this. Power to the shy ones always struggling to make friends. You know what I mean? He's giving shout outs, and when he says power, I think it's more of him giving shout outs and whatnot. That's cool.
As their syllabus, power to the shy ones who always struggle to make friends on the half of humanity worth less than 8 men. Power to those that risk their life to dig the colton from the ground for the mic I'm spitting on and the phone you're holding now. Power to those that built the stadium they're playing in. Power to those that mowed the grass and stitched the ball that they're playing in. Power to every rapper that doesn't rap about killing. Power to
I like that, man. Power to every rapper that doesn't rap about killing. Yeah, that's a fact. That's bars.
and stitch the ball that they're playing in. Power to every
Yeah, man. Because at the end of the day, man, how much freaking rap tracks could you freaking muster through with motherfuckers talking about freaking killing each other? You know what I mean? It's like, yo, there's so much of that kind of rap that's like, yo, man, yo, I want you dead, blah 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 blah. It's like, yo, the radio and freaking streaming is filled with shit like that. You know what I mean? We need to come together. You know what I mean? Instead of freaking talking about freaking taking each other apart. You know?
Power to those that mowed the grass and stitched the ball that they're playing in. Power to every rapper that doesn't rap about killing. Power to the builders who built buildings that outlived them. Power to the slaves of ancient Greece that didn't have the right to vote. Democracy dead like Gary Webb when they import it like it's cold. Power to those right to prison. Power to those writing home. Power to those writing poems. Power to those that died alone. Power to Curtis Mayfield. Power to Ronald Isley. Power to the fishermen that were forced into piracy. Power to every person that is working in the library. Power to every nurse that we turn to in our times of need. Power to the unions and the miners that should punish. Power to those that drive the buses and those that collect the rubbish. Power to the youth desiring the truth. Power to every rap.
You said power to the youth desiring the truth. Desiring the truth. You know what I mean? Not hiding the truth, but desiring it. You know what I mean? Not putting yourself at when you desire to know what the truth is It's not being in a freaking box and hiding yourself away from what's going on in the real world. You know what I mean? That's definitely what's up. It might be painful at times and whatnot, but that pain comes freaking knowledge and shit. Within that pain comes lots of knowledge. You know what I mean? And that's what I think that's one of the things that we all thrive for. Is the knowledge of that. You know what I mean? Yeah.
That is dying for a fire in the booth. For those that lost limbs to King Leopold's quota, and those risking their lives for the P&O to Dover. Power to union leaders, murder by power to victims of this globalized Cosa Nostra. Power to those dying on the shores and the borders. Power to human beings that were rendered fauna and flora. Power to those that cleaned up after the stage show and carnival goers still haunted by Kelso Cole Crane's ghost. Power to his picture taunts us ever after so many questions never answered. Remember the last words of عبد المحسن السعدون الأمة تنتظر الخدمة الإنجليز لا يوافقون. Power to El Jawahiri and his rebellions. They killed his brother Ja'far and he cursed the rotten Thamesians. Enlightened despots pursuing tactics Machiavellian. Chinese still preceded Europe a millennium. Think of
Chinese still pursued Europe for the millenniums.
doing tactics Machiavellian. Chinese steel preceded Europe a millennium. Think about it. Printed press half a millennium. Never get close. Power to Ken Loach and every volunteer in Lesbos. Cuban doctors sent to Sri Lanka for the tsunami. Power to those that cleaned up after the Bullingdon parties. Kids knowing Apple products before they know what an apple is. For
He said kids knowing Apple products before they know what an apple is. Forgetting the passenger on the USSR Indianapolis.
up after the Bullingdon parties. Kids knowing Apple products before they know what an apple is. Forgotten like passengers on the USS Indianapolis. Dying days before they could see what little boys damaged it on the precipice of fascism. Our passiveness is cancerous. Power to those still strong enough to dream. Power to those that chose not to be a cog in the machine. Power to those that love fair.
He said, power to those that love first and hate never. I like that. Power to those that sleep on the streets. Those, let me go back. I think I freaking went a little bit too far. Okay, power to those that choose not to be a cog in the machine. What's a cog? It's like something that's preventing. What is a cog?
Power to those that chose not to be a cog in the machine. Power to those that love.
Yeah, what is a cog, yo? Put it down there in the comment section for me. Power to those not. Power to those that chose not to be a cog. That's COG in the machine. What's cog? You know what I mean? It's like, yeah. What is that? Holla at me in the comment section.
First and hate never. Power to those that sleep on the streets.
I like that, man. Power to those that love first and hate never. That's bars, man. Cause it takes a lot of willpower to override hate. You know what I mean?
Machine. Power to those that love first and hate never. Power to those who sleep on the streets through grey weather. Power to Aziz Ali and Bone Thugs and Harmony. Power
Bone
to
Thugs
Norman
and Harmony.
Baker,
Okay,
David
let's
Kelly's
go,
own
son.
artery. Power
I like
to the
that.
genocided population of Tasmania. The internet descends to Trump-tastic fantasia. Let them try quote this. You'll never find a better diagnosis than collective psychosis. It's getting quite hopeless, but hope is all we have. Trying to cultivate the positive, not
That's a
focus
fact,
on the bad.
man.
But the globe's
Yeah, you gotta focus on the positive, never, trying to cultivate the positive, not focus on the bad. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
hope is all we have. Trying to cultivate the positive, not focus on the bad. But the globe's under attack. The obnoxious rage of a fake intellectual. Amazing grace in the age of the spectacle. Not the first time they found a race is selectable to raise to the pedestal and desecrate the place that translated the decimal. I don't want to tempt fate, power to corpse washers like Salvador Allende. Power to language learners from Bernie Sanders fans to flag burners. One man's inertia is another man's purpose in a utopia of song. We are victorious, but the bittersweet reality's not this glorious. Power to Coltrane watching Malcolm X. Power to Paul Robeson under house arrest. Power to Galileo under house arrest. Power to Ibn Haytham under house arrest. Forgive me if I sound obsessed. Forgive me if I sound depressed. Believe me, that's not how it's meant. They probably...
He's like, man, forgive me if I sound obsessed. Forgive me if I sound depressed. Believe me, that's not how it's meant to be. They probably think I could come back and kill the alphabet.
Obsessed. Forgive me if I sound depressed. Believe me, that's not how it's meant. They probably think I couldn't come back and kill the alphabet.
Let's
Down
go.
to the last 50 before Orientalism. Quincy Tones. Let's do it. El-Khwarizmi estimated the circumference of the globe at a time when Europe thought the earth was flat and couldn't tell the time of day. The astrolabe paved the way for the clock. Now I'm about to turn it back. Was the Qanun of Ibn Sina perceived as backwards when Oxford scholars deemed bathing a heathen practice? History from Aristotle to Al-Kindi as we gather innovations of Ibn Haytham to Da Vinci and the camera. Us Roger Bacon, Galileo and Abdullah of Bath, Ibn Shatir before Copernicus. Century and a half, House of Wisdom, books weight in gold, answers to conundrums. Cheng Ho sailed the sea before the Gama and Columbus. You are not who they say you are, you're blessed with a choice. Here since the 700s, look at King offers coins. You can do whatever it is that you want to do. There's a crater named after El Ma'mun on the moon. Civilizations build on each other, not each to their own. My question, if people are equal like the teeth of a comb, where...
He said, yo, my question is, if people are equal like the teeth to a comb, where's your hobby? Oh man, he's saying a lot of names I don't know.
Each other, not each to their own. My question, if people are equal like the teeth of a comb, where Jahith, Mansa Musa, Malik Najashi, Abid. I didn't think so, but it seems Sha'bi Nasi what I need. Check yourself, check Raphael's depiction of Ibn Rushd. Think twice, study history, give it a different look. Curriculums literally littered with pitfalls of ridicule. Fatima al-Fahri founded one of the oldest still existing schools. It's deeper than some rhymes I'm providing for the listener. No
He said it's deeper than some rhymes that I'm providing for the listeners. Let's go, man.
One of the oldest still existing schools is deeper than some rhymes I'm providing for the listener. No surprise for a spitter, the word cipher came from Sifr. Is the next Yunus Mahmoud among 4 million orphan babies? What if your son Mardini wasn't able to swim to safety? It could be Steve Jobs is starving under Hisar. It would be Zor Hadid just died in the Infajar. Through your blood flows Gilgamesh and Abu Nawas. Your future's bigger than the pain of your present and your past. We strive to be free. Fanon struggled for independence. He wasn't alive to see the countrification, alienation, souls left so scarred. Idarat tawahish, decapitations on postcards. The occupier left behind all forms of stigma. Insidious settlement of the mind is more malignant. From the ashes of war, no phoenix that human is lost.
He said, from the ashes of war, no phoenix that human is lost. Damn.
Of the mind is more malignant. From the ashes of war, no phoenix that human is lost. We learned Idarat Tawahish from Masu and Lacoste. They learned resistance from Mahiba Khurshid. And Layla Khalid learned about Jamal from Bu'azza Bubasha and Buharid. If Abdul Qadir was reburied in Al Jazair Rasta. Proof return will come for diaspora of the Nakba, not the first or the last to break free from the guillotine. Yesterday Al Jazair, tomorrow Palestine, not the first or the last to break free from the guillotine. Yesterday Al Jazair, tomorrow Palestine. My love letter to the past. This is my love letter to the future. This is my love letter from the heart. Cause you don't know how beautiful you are. This
My bad.
This is my love letter to the past. This is my love letter to the future. This is my love letter from the heart. Cause you don't know how beautiful you are. 200 bars.
Yo, yo, shit was deep, son. Shit was deep. You know what I mean? Uh, I ain't gonna even lie, man. Real bars, real good bars and whatnot going on here. When I definitely like the energy. Kind of long, you know what I mean. I'm be honest, I lost focus here and there. I'm definitely gonna listen to it again and whatnot because, like, yo, that that was a strong freaking 11:35. You know, I'm 34 and whatnot, and yeah, I'm really gonna have to listen to it in parts and whatnot so I could actually dissect it the way that it was supposed to be dissected. When I feel like doing it the way I did it and whatnot wasn't the right way to do this video. But I mean, it is what it is. I always go if I gotta do a long video, I gotta do a long video, and that's just how it be. You know what I mean? But definitely a good look for him and whatnot. He touched a lot of freaking bases and whatnot. Gave shout outs, give power to people that don't have power. And it was more like a shout out and blessing at the same point and whatnot. And he talked about a lot of freaking things that's going on in society as always. You know what I mean? Lowkey don't shy around, against talking about certain items that other rappers or entertainers would freaking shy away from. You know what I mean? Just to make the money. You know. Um, basically, dope. Like I said, I got definitely I gotta definitely freaking listen to it again, but that's pretty much it, yo. I hope you guys enjoyed the track as much as I enjoyed reacting to it. If you guys did, you already know what to do. Put it down there in the comment section all day long and whatnot, and tell me what your favorite part of the track was. You know what I mean? If you want more tracks from your boy freaking Lowkey or any other type of videos and whatnot, do put it down there in the comment section. I'll get to it as soon as possible and whatnot. You know what I mean? This right here is my motherfucking thumb. I need y'all to take y'all thumbs and throw it all the way up to the motherfucking sky. Smack that like button. Show me some love and support in that way. Another way that you can show me some love and support is by subscribing to the channel right down there all day long. And that's about it. I'm going to check you guys out next time on the next video. Peace out, one love, and I'm out. You already know, fam. Let's go.